Haley, welcome and thank you. You just performed in the studio. May I ask? Immediate response, feelings about how that went, what it felt like to perform in there?
It's a great space, beautiful space, really awesome acoustics. Honestly, I'm kind of like kicking ourselves that we didn't just like unplug completely. Yeah, we're at the end of a tour, so we're all a little tired, but I think we gave it our best shot. It was fun.
And
Did you guys have fun?
Yeah,
Nice.
I mean, I thought it was beautiful.
Thanks.
And I thought that your song selection worked really well for the space. We were just speaking a little bit off camera about your set list and why you chose certain songs.
Yeah.
Could you get into that a little bit and why you thought these songs in particular paired with this space?
Yeah, I felt like there's a lot of versions of the more maybe popular songs on my record. So I wanted to give a little love to the underdogs first. And then, like I mentioned, my song Soft Spot for Monarchs, it felt like it suited the space in the sporadicness of it. Like lyrics, I kind of like talk, it's a little off meter, it's a little bit more flowy. And it felt like that's what happens in that space, throwing paint, throwing lyrics, seeing what sticks. So it felt right. And then Concrete, it's a lot more like ethereal, light, airy. There's a lot of light in the space. And the other two, I think Spring's around the corner and they feel very springy, and I just kind of want to lean into that.
Yeah.
More summery.
And we're in Springs.
Yes. Spring's Fireplace.
Springs
Road.
Fireplace Road, yeah.
Not to dox you guys. I think that the address is on Google Maps, though, yeah.
Now, you have me thinking about process as well. When you're writing, how do you kind of set yourself up to begin writing? Are you writing on the go? Do you write in one place? Do you write at a desk? Is it more, like you mentioned how Soft Spot has this sporadic feeling to it? Do you follow an intuition or do you have a regimen?
Definitely intuition, gut-based. I truly can't sit down and write a song. It will have to come to me, like a line will come to me, and then I'll just write the song. Mm-hmm. I've been trying to write on the go a little bit. Being on tour and on the road, you kind of have to make time for it. And if you don't have time for it, you got to do it in the back of the van or something. Yeah, I think there's no specific process I have. I don't have a routine. That would be nice to have, for sure, probably beneficial. It's a lot, like you feel this, like the spirit strike a little bit. Very, very sporadic in itself, my writing, I would say.
But also very personal.
Yeah. Yeah, it has to be personal for me at this point.
At this point, has that changed over time?
Yeah, I used to write a lot about in my early songs were a lot more fictional and not about myself. I think because I wasn't sure how I felt about things, who I was. And now I kind of have to write really personal stuff as like a therapeutic thing. Yeah.
As the content of the lyrics has evolved to become more based in your reality, do you think that has translated to the sound of the songs? Like, does the lyricism and the sonic qualities, are those intertwined? Do you feel like you've kept your same sound, but the lyrics have changed, or does everything change?
I like to say that everything has changed, but I guess it's hard to tell since it's so personal to me. Maybe to like a third-party outsider, you can hear like a through line as things grow, like sonically too. But I always want to change. So I always want, even in the writing process, like at the end of writing a song, I want that song to have changed a lot, even in theme. I like how a song could be about something at the beginning and then I realize it's about something else at the end and kind of lean into that. So ever-changing, hopefully.
As a third party, something that I have noticed in your work over the years is it feels like the songs have become more organic in sound and maybe less structured. Does that seem accurate to you?
Totally, I can relate to that. I feel like I want to be free.
Yeah.
Free me. That's how I feel.
And working in the industry that you're in the music business, do you ever feel like there's a trade-off between the desire for autonomy and pure free artistic expression and making a living?
So in Canada, it's hard to go more niche. They really favor the normal sounding. So I definitely think there's like it's harder, but I want to do more niche stuff or like kind of do more, like I don't want to pigeonhole to a genre. I'd love to try different sounds. I'd love to go like, when we're playing songs live and we played them for a long time, I like to breathe a new life into them for the live song. And I'm like, let's countrify this one. Like, let's go full country. Because why not? But I think it's harder for a lot of people to hold on to something when it's kind of like if a record's going like all over the place.
Yeah.
But personally, I really like that.
It's sort of like the battle between style, creating a style that people can recognize and then latch onto.
Yeah.
But then you don't want to become beholden to the style that you yourself created.
Yeah. The product of my own creation.
Yeah.
I've created a monster.
Do you feel that you have, now it's like a little bit of a paradox though too, because I think having a strong voice that is recognizable is a good thing. But you don't want to be artificially striving to be that same recognizable thing. So in terms of your path to finding your artistic voice, where would you say you are on that path right now?
I think I'm actually, I don't know if this answers your question, but I'm trying to have a worse voice.
Okay, I want to know what that means.
In my opinion, the more interesting and less like good sounding your voice is. I mean, this is totally going against everything that I said today where I'm like, I was pitchy today. Because I think the more like character you have in your voice, and that can be like voice cracks and like, you know, more talkative or like kind of a weird timbre or something, the more memorable. Like some of my favorite songs are by really awful singers. And don't ask me, because if someone asks me what my favorite song is, I will have never heard a song before. But yeah, I don't know. I think it could be I don't know what it is, but I'm really drawn to more charismatic singers as opposed to just really good singers. But a charismatic singer is also a good singer.
Yeah. I think there's
It's like I don't know. It's like
there's people who are both.
Yeah, there's people who are both.
Like Tori Amos is like
Totally.
She's tons of character, but also great singer.
Yeah.
It's like playing an instrument in a unique way. You're still playing it well.
Yeah.
But like as somebody who is a vocalist, right?
Yeah.
And
maybe I'm feeling too constrained to that. I don't know. I'm such like an average guitar player, piano player and stuff, and I've always I think I've leaned on my vocals a lot, and maybe I'm trying to like stray from that and make them something more weird.
Do you have a song on record that you think is an example of you doing that?
Soft Spot for Monarchs.
Okay.
Yeah. I loved recording that song.
Because you are very, I could tell during the recording, you hold yourself to a very high inner standard for what you think your voice should sound like.
Exactly.
Even if, the audience is blown away, thought it was beautiful. You seem to be a harsh judge of yourself.
Who isn't?
Yeah.
Who isn't?
Are you Bill?
Exactly.
Let's get Bill involved.
Bill.
Why isn't the thing turning to face
What's your
you?
least favorite quality about
Why
yourself,
isn't it
Bill?
flipping around?
You want the end?
He doesn't got the lab on.
Oh, he's not mic'd. He's not mic'd. All right.
Yeah.
So you played in a studio today. Not everybody has a studio, but I'm wondering, do you have a space that you think of as your studio, as your creative space?
No, it's killing me. I don't have that.
And it's killing you?
Yeah.
Okay.
Creatively. I really would love that. I think I'm seeking, when I'm on tour and I almost feel more creative like outside of home, like in a car or in a park or something, as I do, like more than I do at home. It's very expensive in Vancouver to live there, so you got to take what you can get. And I don't have a space. My bed.
Yeah.
My bed. For sure. That works.
Yeah.
I like it there.
Yeah.
I sit there and it's comfortable.
In sort of the biography of this place where we are right now, when, of course, we were in the big barn studio, and that's where Pollock was working until his death. But while he was alive and working there, Lee Krasner was working upstairs in one of the bedrooms. So, and there created some of her most well-known, most acclaimed series of works. Now, when, after his death, she moved into the larger space, her work did change. The scale of her work changed.
Interesting.
The type of work she did changed.
Right.
So is that physical studio, is having like a big dedicated space to create art necessary? Probably not, but would a change of space change your work? I mean, you're creating beautiful music with your current space, but it sounds like you're saying that you do feel...
Imagine. Imagine what it...
Do you feel constrained?
Yeah. Maybe I feel constrained. Maybe I feel bored. I think I feel bored. I have this book I haven't read, but I want to, and it's called, I think it's called The Architect of Spaces, or something about, I think a space that I'm in really affects my mood and therefore definitely my creative process. So if I'm feeling bummed out by a space, but I have to write a song, but I want to write a song, it's probably going to be a bad song, in my opinion.
Do you ever feel that you don't have enough separation between the personal and the creative working out of?
Yeah, I want to be severed.
Oh, yeah.
Sever me. No, I think because I'm the thematics of my music is so personal that it has to be. If I separated it, maybe I wouldn't write as personal of songs. I don't know. It'd be a cool experiment to step away from the house and have a space outside of the house, if that's what you mean.
Oh, but maybe ideally you're thinking of having a dedicated studio space within the home.
I would love that. I would love that.
Yeah.
I wish I was rich and could buy a house.
Yeah.
That would be nice. Wait, that would be awesome.
I don't know anybody with a house. No. Home owning is...
yeah. I would rent. I'm a renter. Let's rent.
Give us your thoughts on, the economic strategy of renting over buying.
Well, first of all, I don't know. I have no idea. I'm a baby. I'm 14 years old. I shouldn't be buying a house.
I mean, it's impressive what you've done at 14.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
I know.
Taking space on more of a macro scale, moving from the studio and the home into your geographic background. How do you feel that being from Western Canada has affected who you are as an artist and the work that you make?
Interesting. Well, being affected by spaces, it's so beautiful there. I love BC. It's probably the most beautiful place. When we've toured the world, and I still love to come home and I'm like, damn, I live here. Shoot. It's so great. It's a lot more relaxing. It's a very relaxing city. Vancouver's it's a big, small town. In the grand scheme of things, it's a tiny tiny space. I just feel very relaxed. But I wonder if moving to somewhere more high, or like being in a higher paced, higher volume city, what that would do to me. Space is everything, isn't it?
But do you have that desire to move to?
No.
Oh, yeah. It didn't sound like it.
No. I like where I am.
Yeah.
I'm content. I am.
And we were talking a little bit about your familial background. Your father is an artist.
Yes.
Did growing up with somebody who was a working artist, do you feel like that encouraged you into a creative space?
Yeah, definitely. It encouraged me in the sense of like what I want to do after high school, and I was never pressured to find a real job, go to post secondary school. It was always just like just do what you want to do. It's all good. Follow your passion. Like my dad's very much like follow your passion. He's very passionate. Yeah. So I was very supported in the arts. Yeah.
And you had mentioned that he is a painter, and he's also a commercial artist. That he does both. And a lot of the artists of any generation, but specifically the abstract expressionists, had a background in commercial arts and the applied arts, as well as working in the fine arts. Has he spoken much? Did you learn from him about sort of balancing commercial objectives in your creative practice with sort of those goals that fulfill maybe more the self without the consideration of the bank account? Or
No, not really. No. Let's see if I swiped my head. Not really. So in addition to being an artist, he was also a hockey coach.
Oh.
Because he loves hockey like so much. So I think he's always been in pursuit of just doing what you love and making time for that. So that's his balance, but it's never like doing what you got to do. It's doing what you want to do.
There's no compromising.
Yeah. Or if you're compromising, you're doing it because you want to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you find parallels between the visual arts and music?
Yeah. Yeah, I'm definitely like inspiration-wise, and yeah, I'm very like my brother's a filmmaker as well. My partner's a filmmaker, so I'm surrounded by visuals and like visual art in that way. So yeah, I'm definitely inspired by it, and I think when I write a song, I have a visual in mind. If it's not like a music video, but just like the aesthetic and the vibe, the color, just the overall feeling. Yeah.
You think of colors in relation to songs?
Yeah, definitely.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah.
What would today's palette be?
I want to say blue. It's very blue for me. But maybe it's because I'm wearing all blue.
Maybe that was part of it.
It was very blue. There was a blue can of paint behind me too that I was like really mesmerized. Like I saw it afterwards, and that was kind of the blue that I was feeling. So it was like burning a hole in the back of my head, staring at me.
What kind of emotions do you tie to that blue?
Oh, the wind was really relaxing. So relaxation, like a little bit of. I want to say like it's morose a little bit. But I wasn't feeling morose. But maybe those songs are a little bit. There's like a sadness to them.
And you had just visited a graveyard in East Hampton.
That's true. Yeah, I'm like death and like ghosts and spirits, and I felt a cold hand on my shoulder the entire time.
Oh, really? Could have been either of them. Did you see the space in your periphery at all while you were performing, or are you sort of in your zone?
I was in the zone. I also took my glasses off because I feel like blocked by them if I wear them when I'm singing, because they'll like fall down my face and I'll feel distracted and whatever. So I usually take my glasses off for performances. I've started wearing contacts. I didn't wear them today. So I couldn't really see.
In the past, you've taken your glasses off, no contacts. So was the audience blurry for a while?
Yeah.
That seems like it could be good in some ways.
Yeah. And I can like hear them but sometimes I can't hear very well when I don't wear my glasses.
Oh. Huh.
What?
Huh. Oh, yeah. I don't think we've had somebody make this many jokes before.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No, I like it. It's good. It's breaking me out of my it's jarring me from my the falsity of my own interviewing performance a little bit. Thank you.
That's what I'm here for. Although I do feel like I'm in therapy a little bit. You're in a therapist chair. I'm like,
yeah, I am. She's
really
literally on a Che lounge.
I know. I should be like laying down. My dad? You asked about my dad?
I am asking about her dad. Jeez. What made you want to get contacts then? Did you decide that you should be seeing your audience more clearly?
Maybe subconsciously.
But not consciously?
Maybe subconsciously, doctor. Yeah, and also, it's a tripping hazard.
Oh, okay. That's more practical.
Yeah. Because I'll sometimes put my glasses on the ground, and then so many times I've like felt them under my shoe, and I'm about to step on them and break them. And I got to drive after the show.
Oh, you are bringing them onto stage. And
yeah,
you're just
I bring
taking
them on
off.
stage, and I take them off. Sometimes I'll wear them, but like if you've been at a show, you were at a show, but I was probably wearing, maybe I wasn't wearing glasses. Yeah, so I was going blind. I didn't know you were there at all. I couldn't see you. I'll take a song off if it's like, or I'll take the glasses off if the song's like really emotional. If I have to like get in the zone.
Oh, okay, wow.
Yeah.
And speaking of your audience, you have a very like dedicated and avid following. And earlier we spoke a little bit about how like you don't want to pigeonhole who you are or what your voice is. But despite you sort of not being beholden to a static self, it seems that your audience has followed you through the changes and over the years. How would you describe your audience?
I think it's rare. I meet a lot of people at shows. I was telling you earlier, I don't have like a lot of fanatic fans that I've met. Everyone's very chill and cool, and I do think that's rare. I think I'm lucky that way. I've never been stalked.
Wow.
So that's awesome.
That is awesome.
And everyone, I think we mirror each other a lot. I've noticed that in meeting audience members. We start to mirror each other almost immediately.
Huh.
It's weird. Yeah. Or maybe they're mirroring me and I don't know.
But it feels authentic.
Yeah, it does.
That's really nice. So you have just wrapped up your tour for Wisecrack. What are you thinking of for 2025 up next?
I'm thinking I don't want to tour for a little bit. I'd love to just hunker down and find my space and finish writing and finish this next album. I would love to hibernate.
So you are already working on writing a new album. Okay.
Yeah.
And you're touring with Martha Wainwright.
I am. But that's solo, so it is different. I only got to take care of number one when I'm on the road alone.
Oh, no bandmates coming.
No bandmates.
Okay,
Yeah.
cool.
It'll be fun.
Yeah.
A lot of audiobooks to be listened to. Any recs?